On a Tuesday morning, Keeper Thomas entered the enclosure just like any other day. But something was totally wrong. The massive silverback was sitting in the far corner, not moving, not eating. And then Thomas saw it. Dark tracks under his eyes, tears. Thomas immediately called the vet, then the director, because what this gorilla displayed over the next 3 days was not a sign of physical illness. It was grief. Deep, profound, human-like grief. And the reason behind it left absolutely no one untouched. For 3 entire days, the usually active and vocal primate remained completely silent. He refused his favorite fruits. He turned his broad back to the viewing glass, isolating himself from his troop. The veterinary team monitored him closely, but physically, he was perfectly healthy. The pain he was experiencing was entirely emotional. Desperate to help him, the keepers started looking back at the timeline. What exactly had changed in his environment? Then, the head keeper realized what was missing. 3 days earlier, an elderly stray cat that had made a habit of sneaking into the primate habitat had quietly passed away from old age in her sleep. To the visitors, the small cat was just a background detail. But to the giant silverback, she was a daily companion. For over 2 years, the tiny feline had slipped through the mesh every afternoon to nap in the warm sun. And every afternoon, the 400-pound silverback would sit down right beside her. He never tried to grab her or play rough. He would just sit, silently guarding her while she slept, occasionally offering her a piece of his food. It was a beautiful, quiet ritual between 2 completely different species. When she passed away peacefully on the grass, he had gently nudged her with his giant finger, realizing she wasn't going to wake up. Behavioral biologists have long studied how great apes process loss. Science tells us that gorillas possess complex emotional centers in their brains, remarkably similar to our own. They form deep, lasting attachments, and when those bonds are broken, they experience genuine mourning. They feel the heavy, quiet weight of absence, just as we do. This silverback wasn't just acting out. He was processing the profound loss of a friend. Knowing this, the zookeepers completely changed their approach. They didn't try to force him to be active or act normal. Instead, they gave him the space he needed. Thomas and the other keepers sat quietly near his enclosure, keeping him company in silence. Slowly, over the next few weeks, the silverback began to heal. He started eating his fresh greens again. He eventually rejoined his family troop. He never forgot his tiny friend, often still pausing to look at her favorite sunny spot in the grass. But his story stands as a breathtaking reminder to us all. The capacity to love and the pain of losing someone you care about is not exclusively a human experience. It is a shared emotion that connects all living beings.